But look at it this way, Governor, the Wiper leader is quite instrumental, and according to political observers at this point, and looking at the race to State House this year, he is quite instrumental in terms of where he will lay his support on. But so when looking at the reluctance to join Azimio la Umoja, you are a supporter of Azimio la Umoja, does this complicate the arithmetic of you as a supporter and of course supporters of the Azimio and President Uhuru Kenyatta?
Of course, in Azimio, we want everybody to come in, everybody of goodwill to come in, and because politics is a question of numbers. But I think Kalonzo's strength is overrated. Increasingly from 2007 to the current, his weight is overrated. The governors the three governors have been going around in Ukambani. Currently, Raila leads in terms of support, even he leads, Kalonzo in terms of Azimio. So I think if I was Kalonzo, I would really rethink and say, I need to make up my mind. Either I'm going to get out of politics, to retire, which I don't think he wants to, or I will join Azimio and negotiate with others. Because if you want to negotiate with people in good faith, you don't threaten them.
But Prof, you've been rather critical of Kalonzo and the role he's played in the Lower Eastern region, particularly his work as well as his influence. Look, my colleague Kennedy Mureithi had a conversation with him on the same, and he touched on the three governors from Ukambani region. Yes. I hope my director can just play for us that one.
There are three governors from Ukambani who have come out to say, in the event that Kalonzo comes to work with Raila Odinga, with whom they are in the Azimio coalition, he should take a back seat because the front seats are taken.
They're afraid. Ask yourself, why are they so afraid? The guilty are always afraid. Two of them are going home. Okay? In fact, two of them are saying they are running for president. What happened to them? Ask them. Yeah. They said they're running for president. When did they stop the bid? One of them wants the re-election. If the two of them are still running for president, I can understand. So what is it that is irking them? They are really afraid.
Governor, well, let me just ask you this.
Yes.
Are you afraid?
I can never be afraid. Even when Kalonzo was in Kanu, deep Kanu, we stood firm to make Kenya free again. When they were all afraid of President Moi, and they were actually afraid. So, and people died and all that. So, this is, if I can say, cheap politics. And of course, going home, constitutionally as a governor, as Dr. Mutua and myself, we cannot run for a third term. So it's obvious that we will not pursue governorship. And you see, unfortunately...
The bigger question would be, as you answer that, would be, what really then is the bone of contention between yourself and Kalonzo Musyoka?
You see, we have taken a decision. We have taken a decision about being in Azimio. And we have taken a timely decision because we think that's the correct place where to be. Because we have worked with Raila. We see the traction that is gaining within the country is of a reform orientation. He worked with Prime Minister, with President Kibaki and so on. So we are convinced, and we don't want to waste time. It's now 5 months to elections. Kalonzo is still, going here and there with, Oka guys. The other day, Jirongo said that Jirongo said he's a firefighter. It's like they have a problem, a problem there. So you see, when Kalonzo chooses his words, unfortunately, there are many times he doesn't choose them well. He says that Mutua and myself have ceded presidential candidature to Raila Odinga, which is correct. But I know, at the end of the day, he's also likely to cede presidential candidature to Raila if he comes to Azimio. If not, he will stand on his own, and there won't be following, because people in his region, in our region, know that if he does that, he will not go anywhere in terms of winning. Maybe he thinks there'll be a runoff. Maybe, he thinks he'll do a post-election, But Kenyans are becoming wiser, even people from his region.
Prof, Kalonzo Musyoka still commands quite a significant amount of support in Ukambani region. Do you think in terms of looking at the support base that Azimio is hoping to get from, you know, the Lower Eastern region, alongside with the other governors from Ukambani, will you be able to wrestle that support from him in the event that he doesn't join Azimio?
I think the media has actually been very instrumental towards propelling Kalonzo as a very major player currently within Kenyan politics.
Is he not a national leader?
And also, I think the state has also helped him, you know, tremendously in terms of buoying his strength. But Mutua beat him the other day in a by-election in Kitui. We beat him again in a by-election in a place called Ngu in Makueni, even when the Oka Brigade had come to Makueni. In 2017, Kalonzo lost in Kitui, where he comes from, 2 MP positions to Jubilee. Even in Machakos, Wiper lost 2 to Jubilee. In Makueni,
his party still holds a majority
in Makueni,
in Parliament.
Of course, I ceded my position in Muungano when I was asked to come and support them in NASA.
Right.
And that is why in Makueni, there wasn't, you know, we were so organized that, you know, we didn't concede, you know, any particular position. So when Kalonzo asked people to help him, and unfortunately sometimes he doesn't, he's not a person of gratitude, then he says that that is what he himself has achieved. We will wait to see in this election 2022, you know, how Wiper, you know, will fare. So, and I can assure you it will not fare as well as it has previously, because we have pulled out. Can
Kivutha Kibwana, together with the other governors, but you personally, can Kivutha Kibwana be able to pull that Ukambani vote in favor of Raila Odinga without Kalonzo?
You can't force Kalonzo to come and join us, join Azimio. If he wishes, he can. If he doesn't, but what is not important is the procrastination of saying that I will join so that we don't organize, you know, ourselves. And nobody will deny him from going to UDA. Nobody will deny him from going solo. But we know that at the end of the day, Raila will get the majority of the vote in Ukambani. And that's, you can take that to the bank. And when, after August, if you invite me here again, you will tell me that I was truthful.
All right, Prof, just lastly, in the event Raila Odinga decides to back Kalonzo Musyoka and give him that position to run for the State House position, will you support his bid?
That is hypothetical. I don't think it can happen.
You don't think?
And even if Raila ceded to Kalonzo, Azimio would be defeated.
Really?
Yes.
That is your honest
because
observation?
Because up to now, if Kalonzo polls 6%, you know, 2% and so on, how will he compete? Right. You know, in real terms. So I think one has to ask themselves, what is my weight? And accept that, you know, some people are heavier than others. And numbers count. If Kalonzo comes to Azimio, you know, I would not be able to say no. I would not begrudge him. That would be positive. If whoever else comes to Azimio, that's a positive thing. Because, as I said earlier, politics is about numbers. But what is not good is for people to threaten others, to say that they are very, you know, strong more than they are, and all that kind of stuff.
All right. Thank you, Professor Kivutha Kibwana, Makueni Governor there, for having this conversation with us. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.